2 weeks before her disappearance, Shanann Watts posted a video online. Her voice full of life, she smiled, documenting her family's everyday moments. Just days later, everything changed. The vibrant 34-year-old mother, known for her infectious laugh and unwavering positivity, vanished into thin air. Friends and family, accustomed to her constant updates about her daughters, Bella and Celeste, and husband Chris, were suddenly met with silence. Shanann was a force of nature, balancing her career with her role as a devoted mother. Her daughters, Bella, aged 4, and Celeste, 3, adored her. She shared videos of them singing, their innocence captured in every note. Her husband Chris seemed the epitome of the American dream, a stable job in the oil industry, a loving father, and a supportive partner. To outsiders, the Watts family appeared perfect, a testament to modern suburban success. On August 13, 2018, Shanann missed a critical work meeting. Concerned, her friend Nicole Atkinson drove to the Watts home in Frederick, Colorado. The house was eerily quiet. Shanann's car still parked in the driveway, her keys and phone inside. But there was no sign of Shanann or her daughters. Nicole felt the rising dread as she dialed the police, her voice tinged with worry. The responding officer performed a welfare check, but found no immediate answers. Chris arrived shortly after, seemingly cooperative, yet visibly anxious. He explained Shanann had taken the girls to a playdate. His demeanor was calm, but something felt off. Authorities noted his unusual behavior, but had little reason to suspect foul play, yet. As news of their disappearance spread, the community rallied. Neighbors canvassed the area, shared flyers, and posted online, desperate for any lead. Chris stood before TV cameras, pleading for their return. "Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back," he implored, emotion wavering in his voice. But those who knew him sensed a disconnect, an emptiness behind his eyes. As days passed with no word, investigators ramped up their efforts. They scrutinized the Watts home, combing for clues. Chris's story began unraveling under pressure. His narrative seemed flimsy. Inconsistencies emerged. He claimed Shanann might have left in a friend's car, yet her phone records showed no such arrangement. Investigators returned with warrants, searching for digital footprints or forensic evidence. The case took a dramatic turn when police uncovered security footage from a neighbor's surveillance camera. The grainy video showed Chris backing his truck into the garage early on August 13th. He loaded several large containers, spending an inordinate amount of time in the garage. This footage contradicted his claim of a peaceful morning goodbye. Faced with mounting evidence, Chris's calm facade cracked. During a lie detector test, he faltered, results indicating deception. Confronted with the evidence, his demeanor shifted. He requested to speak with his father, and what happened next would alter the course of the investigation. He confessed, partially. Chris claimed Shanann had strangled their daughters in a fit of rage after he demanded a separation. In turn, he had strangled her in a moment of blind fury. It was a grotesque story, one investigator struggled to believe. His confession held tonal gaps, inconsistencies glaring to seasoned detectives. The confession prompted a grim discovery. Authorities, acting on Chris's directions, ventured to a remote oil field. There they found Shanann's shallow grave, her body bound in a sheet. It was a haunting image, one that would not soon fade. Nearby, the bodies of Bella and Celeste were retrieved from oil tanks, a chilling testament to Chris's duplicity. What investigators found at that oil field would change everything. We will get to that. But for now, the Watts family tragedy had captured national attention. An indelible mark on the community, and a haunting mystery that left everyone wondering, why? The investigation into the Watts murders intensified, leaving no stone unturned. Forensic teams scoured every inch of the Watts home. Blacklight revealed traces of blood in the master bedroom, aligning with Chris's story of a violent confrontation. Investigators, however, weren't convinced. The meticulous nature of the scene screamed premeditation rather than impulse. Digital evidence piled up. Shanann's phone messages painted a picture of a marriage strained under infidelity. Texts to friends revealed her suspicions about Chris's fidelity. One message chillingly stated, "He's not the man I married." Chris's own communications were damning. Phone records showed frequent contact with a woman named Nicole Kessinger, a detail he failed to disclose. Kessinger, initially unaware of Shanann's existence, stepped forward. She described Chris as loving but distant when asked about his family. Her revelation of intimate conversations about a future together contradicted his claims of wanting to save his marriage. Kessinger's testimony shattered Chris's facade, hinting at a motive rooted deeply in desire for a new life. Investigators meticulously reconstructed the timeline. The surveillance footage showed Chris's truck leaving at a time when he claimed to be asleep. How did this align with his story of an impromptu argument and tragic outcome? It didn't. The footage was a silent witness, telling a story of pre-dawn plotting rather than reactive violence. A rewatch moment emerged when investigators discovered Chris's search history. He had sought information about relationship dynamics and the psychology of annihilators, people who destroy their families to start afresh. These searches preceded Shanann's murder by weeks, suggesting sinister premeditation rather than a momentary lapse. The timeline painted a chilling picture. After Shanann returned from a business trip, Chris confronted her. The argument ensued, and Shanann's life ended in the early morning hours. The girls were likely awake, confused by the commotion, meeting their tragic fates shortly after. Chris's calculated actions under the cover of darkness told a story of a man determined to erase his past life. But the most shocking element lay beneath the surface. Autopsy reports contradicted Chris's confession. Bella, the eldest, showed signs of struggle. Oil residue in her lungs suggested she had been alive when submerged in the tank. This fact was a poignant, horrifying reveal. Bella had fought for her life, a testament to her will to survive. This revelation turned the narrative on its head. Chris's initial tale of a spontaneous crime of passion crumbled. The evidence pointed to premeditated murder, a cold calculation to rid himself of his family for a new beginning with Kessinger. The gruesome reality of his actions unfolded, each detail more haunting than the last. Today, Chris Watts resides in a maximum security prison, serving multiple life sentences without the possibility of parole. He remains a solitary figure, his once carefully constructed life shattered beyond repair. The community of Frederick continues to grapple with the horror of his actions, an indelible scar on their collective consciousness. The haunting, unresolved question remains: how could a facade of normalcy hide such darkness? Those who knew the Watts family struggle with this dichotomy. The veneer of perfection shattered, revealing the unfathomable capacity for deception. In the quiet moments, perhaps one can still hear the echoes of Bella and Celeste's innocent laughter, a chilling reminder of lives ended far too soon, of a darkness lurking behind suburban smiles.